and singing is the kind of work which has given the school an international reputation. Her Majesty looked impressed. She was shown other evidence of the pupils' artistic achievements and accepted a gift of a piece of artwork. With this visit, the Royal School for the Deaf in Derby is continuing a century of royal patronage, which began with Queen Victoria, who awarded it royal status. Today, watched by a thrilled crowd, two pupils had a personal meeting with the Queen, and she presented them with trophies they had been awarded by the school. Back inside, Her Majesty met staff and dignitaries involved with the newest project. Central Television has helped to set up new video facilities, including their Central TV video studio, to enable the school to make sign language tapes. The Queen went on to mark her visit by unveiling a plaque. She had a few more stops to make, including Rolls-Royce, Bolsover and historic Hardwick Hall. For the people of Derbyshire, the day Her Majesty visited is one they'll treasure.
And there'll be more on Pride Park from Keith later in the programme. Next on Central News
is new Pride Park Stadium.
Fantastic day. It's something that's spectacular.
First ever grand show apart from Wembley.
And join me later in the programme for fresh air, exercise.
Into the East Midlands today. Her Majesty was here to open Derby County's new football ground. The visit marked the completion of work on the £18 million Pride Park Stadium. Andrew James has been following the day's events. Andrew.
Well, it was a memorable day for the county of Derbyshire and a very special day for everybody associated with Derby County Football Club. The paint had barely dried on this magnificent new Pride Park Stadium when the Queen arrived early this morning to kick off her tour of the county by officially opening the Premier League's newest ground. And this, if I can find it, is the cord she used to do it.
For some of the crowd, it had been a long wait. They were there at 7:30 this morning to ensure their places inside the new Pride Park Stadium. It was a day out for grown-ups and youngsters alike. Loyalties split between their monarch, their new club, and the old baseball ground it replaces.
Have you come to see the ground or have you come to see the Queen?
Well, a bit of both. The ground more really, to see how he's getting on. Wicked.
Why?
Fantastic. Never been to a new ground before.
I think it's very nice, to see the Queen's here today. I'm really quite pleased. I had a week off work to see the Queen.
Be a brand new start to Derby. Queen coming it'll make like first ever grand show apart from Wembley.
While the crowd were treated to entertainments for the younger and older fans, outside others prepared for the Queen and Prince Philip's arrival. From the hundreds outside to nearly 30,000 inside. For Her Majesty and the fans, the first chance to see the players' new strip.
She didn't want any speeches, she wanted things to be totally informal, friendly. She said it was a happy occasion and she did want the footballers to go out there in the football strip, which they did. And I think that the crowd appreciate that.
The royal party went on to Derby's Royal School for the Deaf, and with devotees going to some lengths to see them, onto Derby and Britain's newest children's hospital, as well as visiting currently highly successful Rolls-Royce.
When you think what she's seeing, along with the Duke, Rolls-Royce doing well, the Children's Hospital, Royal School for the Deaf, which has done excellent work, national reputation, it's a really great day for the city of Derby.
The Queen also saw Hardwick Hall, opened exactly 400 years ago, but for most it was a new building's opening that was the high spot.
I think it's brilliant. Okay, the baseball ground was the place, but now all this has come along and it's something, it's spectacular.
After months of building and years of dreaming, Derby's new stadium today at last came alive. James Robeson, East Midlands Today, Derby.
So a great day was had by all. Join me back here at the Pride Park Stadium in a few minutes' time and we'll round up the day's sports news for you. Back to you, John.
Thank you, Andrew. There's been an anger
at Pride Park for the opening of Derby's super new stadium. Hello, Keith.
Well, this is the new reception for Derby County's Pride Park Stadium. We'll have a look inside the ground in just a moment. It is absolutely fabulous. But with me now is the man from Derby who's been responsible for pulling it all together, Peter Gadsby, Vice Chairman, one of the directors here. Peter, it's brilliant, isn't it?
It is. It's fantastic. It's already creating history. It's been full today. It's got that friendly feel. It's nearly a little baseball ground already. Everybody says how intimate the atmosphere is, the crowds roar, and it's a very, very good day for us.
The Queen opened it. The way it's come together so quickly, really, is special too.
Within 16 months, we built the stadium, and that's a record, really. It's the first stadium that the Queen's ever opened. And let's hope that it's going to be the beginning of a whole new history for Derby County, taking us forward into possibly European football.
Well, that would be nice. The Premiership, of course, is the first battle ahead. But for now, let's have a look around this brand new Pride Park Stadium. The new Pride Park Stadium. It costs 23 million and it's a gem. It'll seat just over 30,000. There's not a pillar in sight, not a single blocked view. It replaces the old baseball ground, which had history and atmosphere, but really was well out of date. And a privileged view inside the Derby dressing room. Palatial compared to the old place, fit for a queen, you could say, with individual baths too. Pride Park is officially open for business. Well, now let's have a little look at the pitch at Pride Park, because this is going to be important for the players, and it looks fabulous. Firm, take a good stud. Slow-mo action replay of what happened earlier today. This is what the Queen did. You might have seen it. There we are. She opened Pride Park Stadium. Her Majesty the Queen, 18th of July, 1997. They're ready to go. It's been Derby's day, really. Pride Park does look superb. But they're not the only club that have been doing a bit of business today. Leicester City as well. Dennis Coath reports on that.
This afternoon, Leicester signed crew midfielder Robbie Savage. He's played 5 times for Wales and was in the side beaten 7-1 by Holland, but would like more caps.
No disrespect to crew, but if I play against Holland in the World Cup and we lose 7-1, the blame would go on me for playing for crew. But now playing for Leicester, I've got a great chance in the Premier and playing for Wales.
22-year-old Savage signed on a 3-year contract, the fee around £500,000.
Well, with me now, Jim Smith, the manager of Derby County. Jim's been doing a bit of trading over the summer for the new season. First of all, about the stadium, Jim. Looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Well, it is fantastic, and today, obviously, the first time I've seen it with the full house and everything that went with it, it was really exciting.
You've been linked with a few people over the summer. I know you've had the odd trip out to Italy. I think it's just to top up the suntan, really. But what was the final decision on Mr. Baggio, Roberto Baggio?
Well, he was the first parachutist down today. And,
he skidded a bit. He did.
And broke his leg, so we can't sign him.
Is there still any possibility of that happening?
I mean, I'm not totally confident, but negotiations are still going on, and but the opening of a new stadium got in the way. So.
You did say at one stage it was 50-50. If you don't sign him, you'll have a few bob in the bank, perhaps. What about Stuart Pearce, because he's become available?
Well, he's free. I mean, he's on more money than Baggio.
Let's hear from Stuart, because obviously yesterday he left Nottingham Forest after 12 years. We've had a few words from him then. But what about, thank you Jim, Jim's got a shoot off. What about the future now for Stuart Pearce? Stuart Pearce signed for Newcastle today, the team that provided the opposition for his testimonial at the City Ground. He signed at St James's after being told he could have a free transfer by Nottingham Forest. Pearce wanted a Premiership club. Newcastle fit the bill perfectly. But even so, he'll be sorry to leave Nottingham and pay this tribute to the fans.
That's probably one of the hardest things about leaving the club. Sometimes if you're not a particularly well-liked player or whatever, it's easy to walk away from a club. But purely from the situation with the supporters, everyone knows, I know, they know the situation between the both of us. And it's difficult for me, you know, I'm the sort of fella, I believe I am anyway, that replace loyalty with loyalty and honesty with honesty. This might be a situation where 1 or 2 people might look and say, well, hang on a minute, you're not being very loyal now, but I believe possibly over the 12 years of service I've given, the loyalty gets repaid on a pitch on a Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock, you know, and I believe that I've been reasonable value for money for the club.
So Pearce is back in the Premiership, back in Europe too with Newcastle, but he leaves Nottingham with plenty of fond memories.
Certainly, you know, cup finals, I've got medals that I've earned for Nottingham Forest. There will be a highlight. There's certain games that stick out in your mind. I know when we sprung back from relegation last time and bounced straight back up, the game away at Peterborough where we got promotion on that day. Going through right the way through to my testimonial last year, you know, loads of fans turned up, and to be fair, it's beyond my wildest dreams what they done for me that night. That's why it's very sad for me to leave.
And Stuart Pearce should make his debut for Newcastle in a friendly at Birmingham this weekend. So that's Stuart Pearce, but back here at Pride Park Stadium, Keith Loring, the Chief Executive of Derby County, is with me. Keith, it must have been a rush to get all of this ready for today.
You can't rehearse it, can you? Everything you do is going to be last minute when you open for something on the first time. But in fairness, the contractors done very well. We knew what was happening, and we've gone for it. Everybody's worked really, really hard, and here we have the stadium open, well ahead of schedule, and we've had a wonderful opportunity to rehearse. We've learnt some things today, but most of all, I think the public have gone home and very proud of their new stadium.
And will it be full for the first Premiership game? I know you've got the Sampdoria friendly, but that first Premiership game is Wimbledon. Will it be full for that, do you think?
We'll make sure it is. I think, to be fair, the message around Derby today, when people have heard what's gone on here today, we had 10,600 children here today, so I'm sure some of those would like to come again. I'm not sure if they'll get the Spice Girls and Red Devils every time, but I think they'll look forward to coming again. We'll fill this stadium. We'll be full at least half of it of the season, and I'll go to work to make sure it's full for the rest of them.
Okay, Keith, thanks very much indeed. It does look superb. Now let's move away from football, because the sort of traditional end of summer term event, if you've got kids at school, you'll know what it is. It's Sports Day, and we went along to St Peter's Church of England School in East Bridgford in Nottinghamshire to see what it's all about.